Welcome back to the Wonky Carrot Homestead. My name's Phoebe and today we're going to head into the garden and harvest some zucchinis. Let's go. The first zucchinis we're going to harvest are from the solar flare. This is a nice healthy crop here. So if you want to come in closer, you'll see we do have quite a few zucchinis on this plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 zucchinis I can count. Oh, it's spiky. Oh my god. Ooh. Wow. That looks healthy. Pretty happy with that. This one looks like it's getting a little bit of rot at the end. We have had a lot of rain recently, which will hopefully make them grow a bit bigger. So let's head over to our other veggie bed and see what other zucchinis we can pick. I've just noticed this strawberry is red. It's a bit too far gone, but we'll pick it anyway. Alright, it's really far gone, but I'm going to eat it. Oh. Ooh, that's actually really sweet. Too bad there's only one and it's tiny, but it's the little wins that count, isn't it? So this is one of our most successful veggie beds. We have some zucchinis, tomatoes, pumpkins. Oh, you can actually see a little tomato here that's been pollinated by the bees. So that's one of our first few tomatoes. So we have 2 types of zucchinis in this bed. One is the Black Beauty and one is the Early Prolific Straight Neck. So 3 varieties all up that we've grown. So we'll take our Early Prolific Straight Neck first. Surprisingly, this one isn't actually having that many flowers, but that's a beautiful zucchini, nice colour. The Black Beauty, on the other hand, definitely has a lot of fruit and flowers. You can see in there, there's 2 zucchinis hiding. Oh, look at this one. Check out that one that's enjoyed the rain the last few days. I think there might be another one in there for us to harvest. Oh, they're all still really small. So I'm actually going to pick this one even though it's tiny because the end seems to be rotting. It's a bit soft and squishy there. So might as well use it up before it goes bad. Somebody actually commented on one of our other videos saying to harvest zucchini you should twist them. So let's give that a go. Oh yeah, that worked pretty well. That one's going the same as that last one, a bit squishy and floppy, so save that. And this one is a very funny shape. Even though we don't love zucchini, they're definitely one of my favourite things to grow because they grow so easily and they get so big in such a short amount of time, in a few days. Look at that funny shape. Alright. I think we're going to head into the kitchen and I'm going to show you how to make some healthy chocolate zucchini brownies. Let's go. Okay, so this is the second time we're making this zucchini brownie recipe, and it's one of the only ways that we can get Paul to eat zucchinis. So if you have someone in your family, kids, or you're an adult and you just don't like zucchinis, definitely recommend giving this recipe a go. It's from I Am Baker Zucchini Brownies. So if you Google that, you'll find the recipe. One thing Paul and I have been doing for a few years is we weigh our produce when we pick it because we like to see how much we're getting from each variety, and then in the next year we can weigh, look at the weights of everything and see what performed really well in our climate, and then we'll try and grow more of that. So for the Black Beauty zucchini we have 653 grams. That's pretty good. The Solar Flare, 388 grams. It's a big boy. And our Early Prolific Straight Neck, weighing in at 192 grams. It's a little baby. Alright, let's get into it. We want 3 cups of zucchini. I think I want to try and use these zucchinis that are going a little bit bad there. So we'll save these 2 Black Beauties. And I think with those, once it's all shredded, should make 3 cups. So we'll just chop off the bad bits. The chickens can have that later. Thank goodness we have a really good food processor that has the shredding option on it. It makes such a difference when you're making stuff like this. Or another thing we like to do with zucchinis is make zucchini relish, which is great on toasted sandwiches. So I made a batch of that a few weeks ago. But Paul's been begging me for these brownies, so we'll make them today. So if you don't have a food processor that has the grating option on it, then you could use a hand grater. It'll just take a little bit longer. Look at that. Whoop. I love the colours of the yellow mixed with the green. Alright, that should definitely be 3 cups. So the first thing we're going to do now that we have that grated is preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius. If you're American, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to get a large bowl and we're going to pop the oil, sugar and vanilla in and mix. So it does ask you to use olive oil or vegetable oil. I'm going to swap it for coconut oil instead. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of coconut oil. We'll use this jar up first. Top it up with this one. It's been over 40 degrees here where we live, so our coconut oil is already pre-melted for us. So we don't need to microwave it. Alright, what is it? Oil, sugar and vanilla. So we want 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I think our tablespoon is in the wash, so we'll just use a teaspoon and do 2 of them. Now, 1.5 cups of sugar. I'm going to use brown sugar. Another good thing about this recipe is if you're dairy free, then you can just use dairy free choc chips, and there's no milk and there's no eggs, so if you're vegan, that's a good option too. So we've got our coconut oil, vanilla essence and the sugar in the bowl. We're just going to stir and combine. Okay, next we want to add the flour, the cocoa powder. It does ask for baking soda, but I'm using self-raising flour, so I'm going to leave that out. And it's asked for a pinch of salt, but I don't normally put that in. So we will add our 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Ooh, breezy. Honestly, we were melting yesterday when it was 42 degrees, so I'm happy. It's 30 degrees today, but there is a nice cool breeze. And then we want 2 cups of flour. I always just use the same spoon for everything. Paul hates it when I do that because then you have little strands of cocoa powder in the flour. And today we met with our celebrant for our wedding and she said, list 3 things that bothers you. And I'm pretty sure he's going to list this. But there's no point making extra washing up. Alright. Mix, then we're going to add in our zucchini. So we're doing 3 cups of zucchini. And it's important not to squeeze the moisture out either, because that's what's going to make the brownies so gooey. Once we've mixed this together, we're going to add choc chips. Obviously, if you don't want choc chips, you don't have to do that. So now we have combined the zucchini in with all the dry ingredients. We're just going to let it rest for 5 minutes and then we're going to come back, add our choc chips and pop it into our baking tray and into the oven. It's been 5 minutes now. When we first started the 5 minutes, the mixture was really dry. While we let it rest, you can see the moisture has come out and now it's nice and gooey. So that's all come out of the zucchini there. So we're going to add our choc chips. The recipe says 1 cup and a quarter, but I'm just going to use what we have. Stir those through. Grab your baking tray. I've lined it just to make it easier at the other end. I want to get all the last little bits out of it. When we first made these brownies, Paul did not believe me that they would taste good. And he was worried that there'd be big strands of zucchini through the brownie. But when it cooks, you'll find you bite into it and you can't even see the zucchini, really. Disappears. Alright, I'm going to pop that in the oven now. And we're going to bake it for 25 to 35 minutes. You always have to lick the spoon. Alright. Ooh. Ah, smells good. Ah, check that out. All right, let's see if it's cooked. Yep. I think I got a bit of gooey choc chip on that. Yum. The hardest part is waiting for it to cool so we can taste test it. It's brownie time! Let's cut this baby open and taste test it. Alright, so I know I said that you couldn't see the zucchini last time I made it, but last time we only used green zucchinis. The only zucchini you can see in this is the yellow one. So if that's going to bother you or the kids, make sure you're only using the green zucchini. Alright. Ooh, that looks fudgy, chocolatey, a little bit healthy, dare I say. Alright. Look at that. There's nothing better than eating something when it's still warm after being cooked in the oven. You have to make these. We'll see you next time on the Wonky Carrot Homestead.